Welcome to SWAMY'S Academy. Today topic is prove the irrational number. Prove the irrational. In this first question, that is prove that square root of 2 is a irrational number. Square root of 2 is a irrational number. So in this case, there is a procedure. So what is the procedure? What is the process means here? Irrational number, it is not possible to prove directly. So we need to take an assumption. So irrational number opposite is called as a rational number. We'll call as a rational number. So rational number, So what is by rational number means which can be expressed in the form of p by q or a by b is nothing but a fraction. So which can be expressed in the form of p by q. Q is not equals to 0. Q is not equals to 0. That is called rational number. So we need to assumption in irrational place, we need to take here rational number. So in case if the prove that it is not a rational, then automatically it becomes to irrational. Okay, that is we need to take from here. So once again, so what is the question is prove that the square root of 2 is a irrational number. So irrational number, it is directly, it is not possible to prove that one. So that we need to take opposite of irrational number, that is rational number. So rational number definition here, which can be expressed in the form of 2 is not equals to 0. That will call as a rational number. Now p and q are integers. P and q are integers. Example further, 3 by 2, 5 by 7, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. These are all called here rational numbers. So rational number and p and q are integers. P and q are integers. Okay, the example we took already. Now here let's assume that square root of 2 is a rational number. Rational number. Let's assume that the square root of 2 is a rational number. So square root of 2 rational number will take as a p by q, and q is not equals to 0, and p and q are co-prime numbers. So once again, let's assume that square root of 2 is a rational number. So rational number, how we write here? P by q. Q is not equals to 0, and p and q are co-prime numbers. P and q are co-prime numbers. So what in by co-prime numbers is it will not be divided except one. For example, 10 by 27. Here 10 factors will get and 27 factors also will get. But it won't be divisible any other number except 1 10. This will call as a co-prime number. One more example. 9 and 28. So here 3 3s are yet to multiple ways, but it won't be divided any other number. So this will call as a co-prime number. So p by q, q is not equals to 0. P and q are integers. Why q is not equals to 0 means now 0 by 0 value is 0. That is clear. But 2 by 0 and 3 by 0 and 9 by 0, that is not defined. That is nothing but we will call as infinite. Infinite, not defined. So infinite gate. So that only q is not equals to 0. This fundamental. Now we go for last year. Square root of equals to P by Q, cross multiply, that is square root of 2 into Q equals to P, squaring on both the sides. Squaring on both the sides. So square root of 2 Q whole square equals to P square. And the square root will be cancelled, remaining will be Q square. So that is 2Q square equals to P square. So we are getting what? Multiple of two factors. Or if we write it here, Q square equals to P square by Q. P square. This it is divided. Either here multiplied by two factors, either it is divided by the two factors. But what did we take here? Co-prime numbers. What is the co-prime number? It will divide one table. So, but it is divided by 2. So, what did we take, that is not getting. So, what did we take here? We took as a rational number. So, we took as a rational number, but we are not getting rational number. So, we are getting reverse. Means we are getting irrational number. So, our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. So, square root of 2 is a not a rational number. It is a irrational number. So, our assumption is wrong. Square root of 2 is not a rational number. Rational number. Square root of 2 is a irrational number. Irrational. So once again, this it will be theoretically prove that square root of 2 is an irrational number. So we need to take opposite. Irrational number we call opposite, we call as a rational number. So what is mean by rational number is which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. Q is not equal to 0. That will call as a rational number. And P and Q are integers that we need to take. So let's assume that square root of 2 is a rational number. So square root of 2 equals to P by Q. Q is not equals to 0. At the same time, P and Q are, that is numerator and denominator are co-prime numbers. So what is my co-prime number means? It will divide by the only one factor, that is 1. So that co-prime numbers, and the square root of 2 equals to P by Q and cross multiply. So Q denominator is it becomes to multiply. And the square root of 2 into Q equals to P, and squaring on both the sides. We need to go for squaring on both the sides here. So when the squaring on both the sides, square root of 2Q whole square equals to P square. So individual square. Already we learned in that exponents AB whole to the power of m equals to A to the power of m and B to the power of m. So that square root of 2 whole square into Q square, square root of 2 whole square root, it will be cancelled. So we'll get it answer here. 2Q square equals to P square. So once again, square root of 2Q whole square. That will get here. Square root of 2 whole square and Q square. So this both it will be cancelled to Q square. So we'll get here 2Q square equals to P square. But we took as a co-prime as well as rational number. But we are getting here multiplication of 2, or we are getting here divisible of 2. What did we take? That is, it becomes to opposite. So our assumption is wrong. Square root of 2 is not a rational number. Square root of 2 is an irrational number. So second question, prove that square root of 5 is a irrational number. So let's assume that square root of 5 is a rational number. Square root of 5 is a rational number. So square root of 5 is getting in the form of t by q, which can be expressed in the form of t by q, that is as a rational number. And q is not equals to 0. Q is not equals to 0. P and Q are P and Q are co-prime numbers. P and Q are co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means it will not divide any other number except one table. So next, cross multiply. Square root of 5 into Q equals to P. After that, squaring on both the side. Squaring on both the side. So square root of 5 Q whole square minus I equals to P square. Squaring on both the side. Square root of 5 into Q whole square equals to P square. Square root of 5 whole square and Q square will get. That is square root of 5 Q whole square equals to square root of 5 whole square and Q square. Using the exponent, that is a whole to the power of n equals to a to the power of n into b to the power of n. Based on this formula, we take and the square will be cancelled, that is 5 into q square. So we'll get it here 5q square. 5q square equals to p square. So here what we are getting? We are getting multiple of 5 factors. Multiple of 5 factors are q square equals to p square divided by 5. So either we are getting multiple of 5 factors or we are getting here divisible of 5 factors. But here we took as a p and q are co-primes. What in the co-prime is? We should not be divided by the 1 except 1 tail. But here divided by the 5 tail. So our assumption is wrong. So our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. Square root of 5 is not a rational. Square root of 5 is not a rational number. It is a irrational number. It is an irrational number. So hence it's proved. Hence it's proved. Thank you.